Now, what are the sources of social goals? Where do you get them, right? From our earlier discussion, you can see that one of it is actually, it can be internally generated within a company, right? Example would be, let's say, Toyota Australia's social performance goal in key areas like employees and customers and community. It could relate to philanthropy, kind of philanthropic activities in which I would think giving beyond what is expected, what society needs. You may have internal discussion within your company to discuss this kind of thing. It could arise from outside your company through some sort of social consensus. People in the industry, companies in the same particular industry like mining or the car industry, or it could be even at an even higher level, countries getting together, all right, to decide what should be social goals that should be adopted. Examples would be the International Council on Mining and Metals 10 Principles, which we'll talk a bit about. The UN Global Compact Principles is a classic example where the agency that is sponsoring this activity is the United Nations, all right? Or the Global Reporting Indicator, which is a non-profit organization which comprises a network of individuals, companies that are involved in trying to come up with measures of social performance, all right? Now, when we think about social performance, how do we measure or how do we assess social performance? What is involved here is we want to measure the extent to which organizations have achieved their social goals, as in the previous definition. Now, the key element here would be the intent and design. What is your intention? What do you want to achieve? And how do you design that? What are the internal systems and activities that your company has designed to achieve this, right? Do you have processes, provisions, activities within your company to achieve this? It's one thing to say, yeah, I want to have human rights, I want to respect human rights, but do you have processes within your company that you actually undertake to achieve this? What is the output that you want to see, right? Or that you can see? What is the outcome? Whether there is an attribution or whether there is a causality, there is a relationship between what you do and what is achieved, right? You could see something positive like some good things happening in the community. Is it 100% due to your company's activities, or is it due to something else, right? It could be several parties could be involved in trying to improve a particular situation within the community. What is your company's exact contribution, right? Can you measure that, right? One good example is this reference I found that talks about microfinance. Now, microfinance is a peculiar kind of financial services in which the aim is to provide small amounts of loans, right? Small loans to businesses which do not have collateral, to individual small businesses, especially women, for example, in developing countries that are carrying out retail trade, for example. We all know this from, I think it was 1 or 2 years ago, the Nobel Peace Prize was given to the person who initiated microfinance activity in Bangladesh, right? This particular reading is useful because it gives you a very concrete, specific example of how social performance the people have been trying to measure it, all right? It begins by this discussion of intent. You have to figure out what is the mission of your institution. Does it have a clear social objective? So you can translate it in your company. Does your company have this? What is your intention? Do you have it clearly articulated as an objective? What is the internal system or activity? What activities will the institution undertake to achieve its social mission? Are systems designed and in place to achieve those objectives? Something I mentioned earlier. What is the output? In this case, microfinance, because you're trying to serve the poor community. Does the institution serve poor and very poor people? Are the products designed to meet their needs? Right? So these are the questions. The fourth would be outcome. Have clients, these people, the poor people, experience social and economic improvement? If your objective is to improve some dimension of people's welfare, right? Can you actually observe this? Do you, in the context of, let's say, gender equality within the workplace, do you actually have cases where you can say, well, you can show evidence that indeed male and female worker has equal chances of promotion, and have that improve their welfare? Then you can have this. Can these improvements be attributed to institutions? Which is also related to this, in a sense that can you claim this as a success due to the activities you have implemented? All right?